All right. I thought I would do a little recording of my Timberborn city settlement thing. This has been in the works for quite a while now. I've been working passively, mostly only when I'm at work in California because I'm unable to play normal games that are more demanding, as this game is not that demanding, um, especially with the graphics all turned down. So yeah, this is Avalon, and it's a hard mode save. I originally started it not in hard mode, but quickly discovered that I wanted more challenge, and so increased it to hard mode. You can see right now that it is 1.8 days, so just a little under 2 days until the next drought. The water from this map only comes from this one waterfall, and so the water comes up from over here, and I have it set up so that it filters into this massive reservoir up here. And then also, I needed a little bit more than that. And so there's also this very long viaduct that runs over to the second reservoir over here. And right now, this water spout, this only flows within the last few days before the next drought. There is just barely enough time for these two to fill up all the way at the at the end of the wet season, and then they almost completely empty during the drought. And so there's just enough water to run this whole thing. It's not efficient with water. I cared more about making it look pretty than for it to actually be conservative on water. And so there's this floodplain here that I raised all the way up. And so if I actually were to turn the water level down, you can see that this reservoir here, it fills from the top, and it's also overflowing back down into this river. So yeah, the river flows like this in this sort of S shape, and yeah, all the water is gathered in these two tanks, and then it flows into all the other areas, all the different little canals and everything else. And then whenever it is a bad tide, there's a bad tide that happens every once in a while when the water, instead of being a drought and it all disappearing, the water turns into this bad water that will kill everything. And so what happens when that happens is that it shuts these close when contamination rises. The water flows down, and instead of being ran all the way through the river, these gates all shut, and then it redirects all the bad water out of the way over to here, and it pours off to the side. So yeah, big old floodplain with crops. We have our fountain of joy. All of our crops over here that are meant for dry land. And I still want to add more to this. I want to completely fill all of this extra green over here with just kind of fun stuff. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Oh, here's our observatory up on this mountain. I thought it'd be fun to have all 3 science stations. So we have 1.3 million science because we've not been spending any. They're at 59 well-being, which is quite good. Oh, I also wanted to start making robots. I've not done that yet. This is all beaver ran. We got wood down here. And actually here, if I just wait just a little bit longer, you can see this is going to tick down. And then the water is going to shut off. And very quickly, there we go. The water is now stopping flowing. And we'll see very quickly that these 2 water spouts over there and over here are going to stop flowing. The viaduct is also going to slow to a crawl. There it is. Viaduct is slowing down as the water is no longer flowing. That one up here, that one is already shut off. So immediately, as soon as the water stops flowing, the system, and there we go, this one also shut. As soon as the water stops flowing, the system sets itself and waits. This viaduct is very gradually stopping flowing. Very gradually. And now that that is now stopped flowing, we can now pan down our view to one of the lower levels, and you can see that you can actually kind of track the water as it flows out. It's pretty cool. You can see here that our pumps, these are our water pumps, they're drawing water out of this deeper hole here into these two tanks. And we'll start to see as the water level lowers that these pumps at the very bottom of this reservoir are going to start lowering. That's really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that too. These pumps here, they run off of all of our windmills and off of our gravity batteries, and they pump the water from this deep canal here into here, which then gets distributed everywhere else. So there's a lot of water that this needs in order to properly hydrate. But hopefully we can see it. Yeah, now you can see that. Now the water level is just a little bit lower. You can see it percolating out as these water pumps fill the tanks for drinking. It empties this pond a little bit, and you can see coming out from these some kind of constructive interference. Not constructive, but you can see the interference, the ripple, as it spreads out from there. Yeah. So this is Avalon. Everyone currently is living right here, but I might change that to have them live elsewhere. Oh, and I'm quite proud of the network of rails. You can't really see what's going on with those. That's okay, though. Yeah, there's a network of these, what are they called? Excuse me. The zip lines that run between everything. You can see them running along the side here. Yeah. Oh, and this is cool, too. Here's a little storage room. This is where most of the materials are stored for building. Underground, over here. In a big old area. This is like the manufacturing corner. We have a whole bunch of printing presses, some gears, lumber mill, paper mill, wood workshop, and then we have our metal works over here. We have our underground pile for scrap metal and metal blocks. And now we don't have any water running. This is bad water that runs off of here. The bad water is also running low. But yeah, if I were to show... I'm not sure how well we're really going to be able to see it. This one drains typically first. Yeah, you can already see that the water level's gone down a little bit. It's going to be really hard to actually see it go down. Or maybe not. We can see that pretty easily, actually. So the water level just slowly lowers. And then by the end of the drought, it fills back up again quite quickly. And that's my Beaverville, Avalon.